Do not turn off this broadcast. Do not dismiss this message. And if your dog is with you, watch its eyes carefully. If your dog suddenly stops at your bedroom door, if it whines, stares into the empty space behind you, or tilts its head like it's watching something moving where nothing is, if it absolutely refuses to cross the threshold into your room, even when called by name, you are in immediate danger. Evacuate the house immediately. Do not return to the room. Do not investigate. Do not look in the mirror. We have now confirmed 16 counties across the southeastern United States experiencing what we refer to as canine-assisted anomaly detection clusters. The symptoms are predictable. They follow a pattern. And if you've experienced any of the following, you are considered at risk. Your dog suddenly stops sleeping in your bedroom. It stares at your closet for extended periods. It avoids your gaze when you stand near a mirror. It growls when you're alone in the room. It follows you around the house but refuses to step across the bedroom threshold. We no longer believe this behavior is instinctual. It is protective, and it means something inside your room has learned how to look like you. Incident file number 1 of 4BA, the Blackwell event. Marcus Blackwell lived alone on Logan Street in Columbia. May 17, 2025. He called 911 after fleeing his house in nothing but a t-shirt and socks, carrying his 12-year-old golden retriever Daisy. The call lasted 42 seconds. Here's a transcription. She won't come in. She won't come in, and now the mirrors, it's not me anymore. I can see it smile, but I'm not smiling. Emergency services arrived to find Marcus sitting in the middle of the street, rocking back and forth, clutching Daisy and weeping. He kept whispering, "She kept me alive. She knew before I did." Inside the home, all doors were locked. No signs of a break-in. The bedroom temperature was measured at 38 degrees Fahrenheit, with no air conditioning running. The mirror above the dresser was warped. Not cracked, warped, like heat waves in reverse. When the officers entered the room, their body cams briefly glitched. Each showed a 2-second delay in the video feed. A moment where one officer saw himself step through the doorway before he actually did. The mirror was later removed. It no longer reflected anything. It was described by one analyst as a pool of moving glass, reacting like a living thing. Dogs, particularly those emotionally bonded to their owners, are sensitive to spatial anomalies, frequency distortions, and reflective mimicry. Their refusal to enter a previously safe space is no longer considered a behavioral fluke. It is considered early-stage breach detection. Following canine refusal, subjects often report inability to remember entering or exiting the room, hearing their name whispered from inside the closet, reflections that blink out of sync, cell phone front cameras turning on during sleep, objects inside the mirror that don't exist in the room. In more advanced cases, individuals experience what we call reflective echoing, a phenomenon where one's image or voice begins to respond before they do. One subject reported seeing herself yawn in the mirror while her mouth was still closed. Another said he began speaking only to hear his voice finish the sentence before he did. Incident file number 104BD, Julian Knight. April 3, 2025. Julian Knight, a 21-year-old college student at the University of South Carolina, was last seen entering his off-campus apartment with his dog, Max. At 10:47 p.m., Julian left his roommate a voicemail. The message lasted 13 seconds. "Hey man, Max won't come in my room, keeps growling. I think he sees something. I saw my arm move, but I didn't move it. I think it already." Call ended. When the roommate returned the next morning, the apartment was locked from the inside. Max was found sitting outside the bedroom door, refusing to move. Inside the room, no Julian. The room was in perfect order. Closet closed, bed made, Only one anomaly. The mirror on the closet door had no reflection. Instead, it showed the hallway behind the person looking into it, but from a slightly different angle, as if something else was watching the hallway from inside. The mirror was removed, sealed, and transported to a black site facility. A week later, it reappeared in the apartment, nailed to the closet door again. No signs of forced entry, no explanation. Julian was never found. We believe these mimicry anomalies begin by studying the subject through reflection, mirrors, screens, and surface glare. Dogs disrupt the observation process. Their presence delays the breach, but once the mimic has learned enough, it begins replacing behavior. First the smile, then the voice, then your choices, until it no longer needs to reflect, because it becomes what it sees. If this is happening to you, leave the room. Do not look into the mirror. Do not turn your back to any reflective surface. If your dog attempts to pull you away, let it. Evacuate the home with your pet. Call 1-800-43-DREAM from a public place. Wait for the field team. Do not return home alone. If you hear your name whispered from inside the room, do not respond. If you see your reflection standing still while you move, do not approach. If your dog looks behind you and starts growling, do not turn around. These entities cannot fully manifest until they have been accepted as you. The moment you speak to them, you invite them in. Incident File No. 104-BF, the Spartanberg Family Event. June 11, 2025, a family of 4 vanished overnight in Spartanberg, South Carolina. Neighbors reported hearing strange sounds from inside the house, multiple voices repeating one another in sync, then falling out of sync. A dog was found tied up in the backyard. Security footage shows the father tying the leash at 2:14 a.m., expression blank, eyes unfocused. The family was never seen again. Inside the house, all mirrors had been removed, except one. It hung in the bedroom, facing the bed. The mirror had no glass, just a shimmering black void, humming like an old television stuck on a dead channel. When light hit it, it did not reflect. It absorbed. A single message was found written on the bedroom wall, carved by fingernail. Max saw it. I didn't. Final warning. If your dog refuses to enter your room, if it looks at your reflection instead of you, if it backs away when you stand near the mirror, you are not alone. The thing in the room has already begun replacing you. The more you ignore your dog's warnings, the more control it gains. When your own reflection blinks without you, when your voice echoes your thoughts before you speak them, when you feel yourself moving but your limbs stay still, it's already too late. Leave. Don't look back. And whatever you do, don't let it see your fear. That's how it finishes the copy. You will be contacted within 12 hours by field specialists. Remain in public. Stay near your dog. Do not return to the mirror. End transmission.